Our planet is a place of breathtaking beauty and incredible drama. In the wild corners of the world, from the dry, sun-baked forests of India to the vast grasslands of Africa, a daily battle for survival unfolds. Here, life is a constant challenge. The heat can be relentless, and water is often a precious, fleeting resource. Animals must be strong, clever, and sometimes very lucky to see another day. This is Gaur's wild kingdom, a world where every creature, from the mightiest elephant to the smallest insect, plays a vital role in a complex and fascinating story of life and death. The rules of this kingdom are simple. Media group, predator stalking prey, animal foraging for food in wildy, stock and distribute equally, find food, avoid becoming food, and live long enough to secure the next generation. These rules are tested in places like the Gaur National Park in India, a dry forest that is the last home of the Asiatic lion. They are also tested in the sweeping plains of South Luangwa in Africa, where herds of buffalo face down prides of lions. And even in the sparkling blue waters of the Philippines, a vibrant world of coral reefs hides its own struggles. Each habitat presents its own unique set of challenges, shaping the animals that live there in remarkable ways. In these savage yet beautiful lands, every day is a showdown. A young leopard learns to hunt in the shadows, a mother elephant guides her herd to a hidden waterhole, and a tiger stalks its prey with immense patience. These are not just stories of instinct, they are tales of intelligence, endurance, and adaptation. We will journey into these realms to meet the incredible animals that call them home. We will learn about their power, their family bonds, and the clever tricks they use to survive in a world where the line between hunter and hunted is always shifting and uncertain. This journey is more than just an exploration of nature's grand theatre. It is also a reminder of how fragile these worlds are. As we marvel at the strength of a Bengal tiger or the gentle nature of a whale shark, we must also understand the threats they face. Climate change, loss of habitat, and human activity are putting immense pressure on these wild kingdoms. By understanding their lives, we can better appreciate why they are so important and why we must all work together to protect them for the future generations who will inherit this magnificent planet. Deep within the sun-dappled, dry, deciduous forests of India's Gaur National Park, a truly remarkable monarch holds court. The air is thick with the scent of teak and acacia, and the ground is carpeted with fallen leaves, muffling the footsteps of the forest's most iconic predator. This is the last stronghold of the Asiatic lion, a magnificent feline whose ancestors once roamed vast stretches of the Asian continent, from the Mediterranean to the eastern reaches of India. Now only here do they persist, their presence a living echo of a wilder past. Today, Gaur's tangled forests and open grasslands are the final natural refuge for these lions, a sanctuary where they can live and hunt as they have for millennia. Asiatic lions are slightly smaller and more slender than their African relatives. The males are distinguished by their less luxuriant manes, which leave their ears and the sides of their faces exposed, giving them a unique, regal profile. Unlike the sprawling prides of Africa, Asiatic lions form tight-knit family groups, or prides typically consisting of 2 or 3 males, a handful of females, and their energetic cubs. These prides are bound by strong social ties, with each member playing a vital role in the group's survival. Through decades of dedicated conservation, the Asiatic lion population has rebounded from the brink of extinction. From a perilous low, their numbers have risen to over 890 by 2025, a testament to the resilience of nature when given a chance to recover. These lions are formidable hunters, relying on the dense undergrowth and scattered trees of Gaur to conceal their approach. Their tawny coats blend seamlessly with the dry grasses and dappled shadows, allowing them to move almost invisibly as they stalk their quarry. The sambar deer, with its keen senses and powerful legs, is a favored prey. The lions must use patience and teamwork, inching closer with every silent step, their eyes fixed on the herd as they wait for the perfect moment to strike. Lionesses, agile and coordinated, fan out to encircle their target. Their movements are synchronized, a silent ballet of predation. When the time comes, the larger, more muscular male surges forward, unleashing a burst of speed and power to bring down the chosen animal. The lion's claws, sharp and retractable, can extend to 2.5 inches, gripping and holding fast to struggling prey. Their jaws, powered by immense muscles, deliver a bite force strong enough to crush bone, ensuring a swift and decisive end to the hunt. As dusk settles over the Gaur forest, the pride moves in near silence, their golden forms slipping between the trees like living shadows. The fading light casts long, dramatic silhouettes, and the air hums with the ancient energy of these apex predators. Yet the lion is not the only great cat to rule India's wild places. In the dense jungles and grasslands of the subcontinent, another legendary predator prowls, the Bengal tiger. The Bengal tiger is the largest of all tiger subspecies, a solitary and elusive hunter whose presence is felt more often than seen. Its massive frame moves with a fluid grace, muscles rippling beneath a coat of fiery orange and bold black stripes. A fully grown male can weigh over 500 pounds and stretch more than 10 feet from nose to tail tip, making it one of the most formidable land predators on Earth. Unlike lions, tigers are solitary by nature. Each individual patrols a vast territory, marking boundaries with scent and deep, resonant roars that echo through the forest. They are apex predators, commanding respect from all other animals in their domain. The tiger's stripes are a masterpiece of natural camouflage. In the shifting light of the forest, the alternating bands of orange and black break up its outline, allowing it to vanish into the tall grasses and tangled undergrowth, unseen by both prey and rival predators. Every aspect of the tiger's body is built for the hunt. Its powerful limbs propel it forward with explosive speed, while its keen senses detect the faintest rustle or scent on the wind. The tiger's gaze is intense, unwavering as it locks onto its next meal. With a single bound, a tiger can clear more than 26 feet, launching itself over fallen logs and dense thickets in pursuit of fleeing prey. Its roar, a deep and resonant sound, can travel for nearly 2 miles, a powerful declaration of territory and strength that reverberates through the forest canopy. When the moment to strike arrives, the tiger becomes a blur of motion. It stalks with infinite patience, belly low to the ground, every muscle coiled. Then in a flash, it explodes forward, reaching speeds of nearly 37 miles per hour in a short, deadly sprint. The tiger's jaws are among the most powerful in the animal kingdom, delivering a bite force of 1,050 psi. With this strength, it can bring down prey far larger than itself, such as the massive Gaur, whose bulk is no match for the tiger's precision and power. Yet, even for such a supreme hunter, success is never guaranteed. A tiger may fail in 8 out of every 10 hunts, forced to retreat and conserve its energy for the next opportunity. Each attempt is a test of skill, patience, and endurance, a daily struggle for survival in the wild heart of India. Across the sprawling grasslands of Africa and the dense emerald forests of Asia, 2 remarkable giants roam, elephants, the largest land animals on Earth. Their presence is felt in every corner of their habitats, from the thunderous sound of their footsteps to the gentle sway of their trunks as they move with purpose and grace. In Africa's South Luangwa Valley, the African bush elephant reigns supreme. These magnificent creatures traverse vast distances, their massive forms casting long shadows across the golden savannah as they search for food and water. Towering over the landscape, an adult African bush elephant can stand more than 13 feet tall at the shoulder and tip the scales at an astonishing 14,000 pounds. Their sheer size is a testament to their evolutionary success, allowing them to reach high branches and intimidate potential predators. Both males and females display impressive, elongated tusks. Modified incisor teeth that can grow up to 10 feet long. These tusks are used for digging up roots, stripping bark from trees, and as formidable tools in battles for dominance or defense. Perhaps their most iconic feature is their enormous fan-shaped ears. Each ear is a complex network of blood vessels, and their size is not just for show. When the African sun blazes overhead, elephants flap their ears rhythmically, pumping blood through the thin skin to release excess heat. This ingenious adaptation allows them to regulate their body temperature, surviving in some of the hottest environments on the planet. Elephant society is matriarchal, with herds led by the oldest and most experienced female. The matriarch's wisdom is invaluable, guiding her family through the ever-changing landscape, making crucial decisions during times of drought or danger. She remembers the locations of hidden waterholes and the safest routes through the wilderness, her memory a living map passed down through generations. The herd relies on her leadership for survival, especially during the harsh dry season when resources are scarce. African elephants are often called the architects of the savannah or landscape engineers. Their daily activities shape the very world around them. As they travel, they clear pathways through dense brush, knock down trees to access leaves and bark, and disperse seeds in their nutrient-rich dung. This constant movement and foraging create open spaces for new plants to grow, supporting countless other species in the ecosystem. Communication among elephants is a marvel of nature. They produce deep, low-frequency rumbles, sounds so powerful they travel through the ground for up to 6 miles. These seismic signals allow herds to stay in contact, coordinate movements, and warn each other of distant threats, even when separated by thick vegetation or great distances. Journeying eastward, we enter the lush forests of India, where the Indian elephant, a close cousin of the African species, makes its home. These elephants navigate a world of towering trees, tangled vines, and dappled sunlight. Indian elephants are slightly smaller than their African relatives, with a more rounded back and noticeably smaller rounded ears. These ears, while still large, are adapted to the cooler, shadier environments of the Asian forests, where heat is less of a concern. Unlike African elephants, only some male Indian elephants grow tusks, which are generally shorter and thinner. Females usually lack visible tusks, a trait that distinguishes them from their African counterparts. Indian elephants are masters of movement, traveling along ancient corridors that connect fragmented forests. These green highways are vital, allowing herds to migrate safely in search of food, water, and mates, and maintaining genetic diversity across vast regions. With a population exceeding 22,000, Indian elephants are a keystone species in their environment. Their presence supports the health of the forests as they disperse seeds, create clearings, and maintain the balance of plant life. The daily life of an Indian elephant revolves around food. From dawn until dusk they forage tirelessly, using their dexterous trunks to pluck leaves, strip bark, and uproot grasses. To sustain their immense bodies, they must consume up to 440 pounds of vegetation each day. Their varied diet includes grasses, leaves, bark, fruit, and even roots, making them essential for nutrient cycling within the forest. Water is equally crucial. An adult Indian elephant can drink up to 40 gallons in a single day, using its trunk as a powerful siphon to draw water from rivers, streams, and ponds. Like their African relatives, Indian elephants live in close-knit family groups led by a matriarch. Her leadership ensures the safety and cohesion of the herd, guiding them through the ever-changing forest landscape. Elephants are renowned for their intelligence and emotional depth. They form powerful bonds within their herds, nurturing their young with gentle care, comforting one another in times of distress, and even mourning the loss of companions. Their complex social lives and rich inner worlds remind us that the wonders of nature extend far beyond what we can see, echoing through the forests and savannas where these gentle giants roam. The leopard is a master of camouflage and adaptation, a true phantom of the wild. With its lithe, muscular body and keen senses, it moves silently through its domain, rarely seen and even more rarely heard. Every step is calculated, every movement a testament to millions of years of evolution. This beautiful spotted cat is found across both Africa and Asia, thriving in a remarkable variety of habitats, from the tangled undergrowth of dense rainforests to the golden expanses of open grasslands, and even the rocky outcrops of arid mountains. The leopard's adaptability is unmatched among the big cats. It is the most adaptable of all the big cats, able to survive in environments where others cannot. Whether navigating the thick, humid jungles of India or the dry, sun-baked savannas of Africa, the leopard's resourcefulness allows it to exploit every opportunity for food and shelter. Leopards are solitary and elusive, moving like ghosts through the landscape. Their secretive nature means they are rarely seen, even in areas where they are common. Each individual carves out a territory, patrolling it under the cover of darkness or the dappled light of dawn and dusk. Their spotted coats, called rosettes, are a marvel of natural design. These intricate patterns break up the outline of their bodies, providing the perfect camouflage. Whether nestled among the tangled branches of a tree or crouched low in the tall grass, the leopard becomes almost invisible, a living shadow in the wild. This makes them incredibly effective ambush predators. With patience and precision, a leopard can creep within striking distance of its prey, using every available cover, rocks, shrubs, and even the shifting patterns of sunlight and shadow, to remain undetected until the final explosive moment of attack. A leopard's strength is truly astonishing for its size. Its muscular limbs and powerful jaws allow it to subdue prey much larger than itself, and its agility is unmatched, whether on the ground or high in the trees. Although smaller than a lion or tiger, the leopard is pound for pound one of the strongest big cats. Its compact frame is built for both stealth and power, enabling it to leap great distances and overpower animals that would challenge even larger predators. It can leap 20 feet horizontally in a single bound, and is capable of dragging prey, heavier than itself, high up into the branches of a tree. This remarkable feat of strength and balance is a signature behavior, unique among the big cats. By hoisting its kill into the safety of the treetops, the leopard protects its hard-earned meal from other larger predators, lions, hyenas, and wild dogs, who would eagerly steal it if given the chance. Here, in the leafy canopy, the leopard can feed in peace, undisturbed and secure. Hunting primarily at night, the leopard relies on its exceptional eyesight and acute hearing to locate prey in the darkness. Its padded paws allow it to move silently, and when the moment is right, it launches a swift, decisive attack, ending the hunt with a powerful and precise bite to the neck, severing the spinal cord or suffocating its victim. While the leopard is the epitome of solitary hunting prowess, another of India's predators has evolved a very different strategy, one that relies on the power of the group. This is the dhole, also known as the Asiatic wild dog. With its alert eyes and keen nose, the dhole is always aware of its surroundings, ready to respond to the slightest movement or sound in the forest. Dholes are highly social animals, living and hunting in large, tightly knit packs. These packs can range from just 5 individuals to more than 25, each member playing a vital role in the group's survival. They have a distinctive appearance, a rich, reddish-brown coat that blends beautifully with the forest floor, a bushy black tail that signals their mood and intentions, and large rounded ears that swivel to catch the faintest sounds. Communication is key to their success. Dholes use a strange and eerie series of whistles, yaps and screams to coordinate their movements, maintain contact in dense vegetation and rally the pack during a hunt. These vocalizations echo through the forest, a haunting chorus that signals the presence of a formidable hunting force. Their teamwork makes them formidable hunters. Each member of the pack knows its role, whether it's leading the chase, flanking the prey, or blocking escape routes. This level of coordination is rare in the animal kingdom, and gives the dholes a significant advantage over their quarry. Unlike big cats that rely on a stealthy ambush, dholes are endurance hunters. They use their speed and stamina to pursue prey over long distances, often running for miles through thick forest or across open terrain, never giving their target a moment's rest. Their preferred prey includes large animals such as sambar deer and wild boar. The chase is relentless, with the pack working together to wear down their quarry, exploiting any sign of weakness or fatigue. The pack's strategy is both complex and effective. Some dholes run at the front, driving the prey forward, while others flank from the sides or circle around to cut off escape routes. This coordinated assault leaves the prey with nowhere to run. Eventually, the relentless pursuit takes its toll. The exhausted prey slows, its strength fading, and the pack closes in. With swift, precise movements, the dholes bring down their target, working together to subdue even the largest and most powerful animals in their range. This cooperative strategy allows dholes to take down animals much larger than themselves, a feat impossible for a single hunter. In the wild kingdom, the solitary power of the leopard and the collective might of the dhole pack are both extraordinary adaptations, each a testament to the endless ingenuity of nature's predators. In the vast emerald grasslands stretching across the floodplains of India and Nepal, a living relic from the age of giants roams, the Indian rhinoceros. Towering above the swaying grasses, this colossal creature moves with a deliberate, ponderous grace, its every step a reminder of a lineage that stretches back millions of years. Also known as the greater one-horned rhino, this magnificent beast can weigh over 5,000 pounds, making it one of the heaviest land mammals on the planet. Its sheer bulk is supported by sturdy, pillar-like legs, each step leaving deep impressions in the soft earth. The Indian rhino's skin is a marvel of natural engineering. Thick, grey and deeply folded, it forms massive plates that overlap like the armour of an ancient war machine. These folds are not just for show. They provide flexibility and protection, shielding the rhino from bites, scratches, and even the occasional clash with rivals. Unlike its African cousins, the Indian rhino sports a single prominent horn on its snout. Composed entirely of keratin, the same tough protein found in hooves and claws, this horn is a formidable tool, used for digging up roots, stripping bark, and, when necessary, for defense against would-be challengers. The horn can reach lengths of up to 10 inches, curving elegantly above the rhino's broad, expressive face. In the golden sunlight, it gleams with a subtle sheen, a symbol of the animal's strength and resilience in a world that is often harsh and unforgiving. Despite its massive tank-like build, the Indian rhino is astonishingly agile. When startled or provoked, it can break into a surprisingly swift run, thundering across the plains at speeds up to 25 miles per hour. The ground trembles beneath its charge, and few would dare stand in its path. When threatened, the rhino's demeanor shifts in an instant. Its small, alert eyes narrow, nostrils flare, and with a snort, it can launch itself forward in a display of raw power, a living battering ram, capable of scattering even the boldest adversaries. Much of the rhino's day is spent in or near water. Wallowing in cool, muddy pools, it coats its skin in a protective layer that shields against the relentless sun and biting insects. The mud also soothes wounds and keeps the rhino's thick hide supple, a vital adaptation in the humid tropical climate. As a dedicated herbivore, the Indian rhino's diet is as varied as the landscapes it inhabits. It grazes on tall, coarse grasses, plucks tender leaves from low shrubs, and wades into marshes to feast on aquatic plants. Its prehensile upper lip acts like a nimble finger, grasping and pulling vegetation with remarkable dexterity. Once teetering on the edge of extinction, the Indian rhino's story is one of hope. Through dedicated conservation efforts and the protection of its remaining habitats, populations have rebounded, allowing these ancient giants to reclaim their rightful place in the wild tapestry of the subcontinent. Deep within the shadowy forests, another titan roams, the Gaur, also known as the Indian bison. This formidable herbivore is the largest and most powerful wild bovine on Earth, a true monarch of the jungle. The Gaur's immense frame is supported by thick, muscular limbs, and its broad chest and powerful shoulders give it an imposing silhouette. Its presence commands respect, and its movements are both deliberate and dignified. A fully grown male can stand over 7 feet tall at the shoulder and tip the scales at more than 3,300 pounds. Its massive head is crowned with a pair of sweeping, crescent-shaped horns, each one thick and sharp, capable of fending off even the most determined predators. The Gaur's coat is a deep, lustrous brown or black, often gleaming in the dappled sunlight that filters through the forest canopy. A prominent ridge runs along its back, accentuating its muscular build, while its white stockings and pale muzzle add a striking contrast to its dark body. Gaurs are social animals, living in small, cohesive herds that graze together in forest clearings. They are most active during the cool hours of dawn and dusk, when the air is thick with the scent of dew and the forest comes alive with the calls of birds and the rustle of leaves. Even the mighty Bengal tiger, a master predator, approaches a herd of Gaur with caution. The sheer size and strength of a full-grown Gaur make it a daunting adversary, and only the most desperate or experienced tigers dare to challenge these giants. When threatened, the Gaur forms a defensive wall, lowering its head and presenting its formidable horns. With a deep, resonant bellow, it warns intruders to keep their distance, a sound that echoes through the forest and leaves no doubt about its power. Yet the forest is also home to a creature that, while smaller in stature, is no less remarkable, the sloth bear. With its shaggy black coat and distinctive white chest patch, this bear is perfectly adapted to a life of foraging and survival in the dense undergrowth. The sloth bear's appearance may seem ungainly, with its long, curved claws and shambling gait, but beneath that shaggy exterior lies a creature of surprising agility and strength. It moves silently through the forest, its keen sense of smell guiding it to hidden sources of food. Specializing in a diet few others can exploit, the sloth bear seeks out termite mounds and ant colonies. Its sensitive nose detects the faintest scent of insects, and its powerful forelimbs are perfectly designed for digging and tearing. With a few swift swipes, it rips open hardened termite mounds, exposing the writhing insects within. Then, using its long, flexible snout, it creates a vacuum, sucking up termites and ants with a loud, unmistakable slurping sound, a feast that provides vital protein and energy. When danger threatens, the sloth bear is anything but timid. Rising up on its hind legs, it brandishes its 2.5-inch claws, swiping with astonishing speed and ferocity. Even formidable predators think twice before tangling with this tenacious survivor, whose courage and adaptability have earned it a place among the forest's most respected inhabitants. In the heart of Africa, life revolves around the river, a shimmering artery that winds through the wild, nourishing everything in its path. The river is a lifeline, drawing countless creatures to its banks, but it is also a stage for constant struggle and survival where danger lurks beneath the surface and along the muddy shores. Here, two of Africa's most formidable animals dominate the waterscape, each a master of its domain. The river is their kingdom, and every day is a battle for territory, food, and survival. The hippopotamus, whose name means river horse, spends nearly all daylight hours submerged in the cool, murky water. Only their nostrils, eyes, and ears break the surface, allowing them to breathe, see, and listen while remaining mostly hidden from view. This aquatic lifestyle is essential for the hippo's survival. Their skin is extremely sensitive to the harsh African sun, and prolonged exposure can cause it to crack and dry. A fully grown male hippo can tip the scales at an astonishing 4,000 pounds, making it one of the heaviest land mammals on Earth. To protect themselves, hippos secrete a thick, reddish, oily substance from their skin, often called blood sweat. This unique secretion acts as a natural sunscreen, shielding them from ultraviolet rays, and also serves as an antibiotic, helping to heal wounds and prevent infection in the bacteria-rich waters. Their massive jaws can open to a staggering 150 degrees, revealing enormous canine teeth that can grow up to 20 inches long. These tusks are not just for show, they are formidable weapons, used in fierce battles for dominance and territory. Despite their seemingly placid appearance, hippos are anything but gentle. As dusk falls, they emerge from the safety of the water, their immense bodies lumbering onto the grasslands under the cover of darkness. Under the moonlit sky, hippos graze silently, consuming up to 88 pounds of grass in a single night. Their nightly foraging takes them far from the river, but as dawn approaches, they return to the water, ever wary of threats. Though herbivores, hippos are fiercely territorial and can be explosively aggressive. Males patrol their stretches of river, marking boundaries with dung and chasing away intruders with thunderous charges and gaping jaws. Violent clashes erupt between rivals, with powerful jaws snapping and tusks slashing through thick skin. These battles can be brutal, leaving deep scars and sometimes even resulting in death. Within the pod, a strict social hierarchy is maintained. Females and their calves cluster together, protected by dominant males, while younger males linger at the edges, waiting for their chance to challenge for control. Sharing these waters is another ancient predator, the Nile crocodile. These two giants coexist in a tense truce, each aware of the other's power, and both ready to defend their territory at a moment's notice. The Nile crocodile is the largest reptile in Africa, a living relic from the age of dinosaurs. Its armored body, covered in thick, rugged scales, is built for stealth and strength. Some individuals can reach lengths of up to 20 feet and weigh more than 1,500 pounds. Their muscular tails propel them silently through the water, while their eyes and nostrils remain just above the surface, ever watchful. Masters of camouflage, crocodiles can remain motionless for hours, blending seamlessly with floating logs and river debris. This patience is their greatest weapon, allowing them to ambush unsuspecting prey with lightning speed. When an animal approaches the water's edge to drink, the crocodile strikes with explosive force, jaws snapping shut with a bite force of nearly 5,000 pounds per square inch, one of the most powerful in the animal kingdom. Their conical teeth interlock perfectly, designed to grip and hold struggling prey, preventing any chance of escape. Once caught, the crocodile drags its victim into the depths, spinning in a violent death roll to tear flesh from bone. This gruesome technique ensures that even the largest prey is quickly subdued and consumed. Beyond the riverbanks, the open plains are home to another formidable force, the Cape buffalo. These massive bovines move in large herds, their strength lying in unity and sheer numbers. A single Cape buffalo can weigh nearly a ton, its muscular frame supported by sturdy legs and a broad chest. Their unpredictable nature and immense power make them a force to be reckoned with. Their most distinctive feature is the boss, a thick, fused shield of horn that covers the forehead, providing protection during fierce clashes with rivals or predators. When threatened, the herd forms a defensive wall, with adults facing outward and calves protected in the center. The Cape buffalo's reputation as Black Death is well earned, as they will charge with relentless determination, trampling anything in their path. If a predator dares to attack, the entire herd responds as one, surging forward in a stampede of muscle and horn. Even the mighty lion must think twice before challenging such a formidable foe. The ground trembles beneath the thunder of hooves as the herd charges, a living wall of power and unity that few can withstand. In this wild kingdom, survival depends on strength, strategy, and the unbreakable bonds of the herd. The river, the plains, and the creatures that inhabit them are locked in an endless dance of danger and resilience, each adapting to the challenges of Africa's untamed heart. Beyond the sun-baked forests and sprawling grasslands, a hidden world thrives beneath the shimmering surface of the sea, a realm bursting with color, movement, and life, yet largely unseen by human eyes. Here, in the embrace of the Philippine archipelago, the ocean conceals one of the planet's most spectacular natural wonders, the coral reefs. The warm, crystalline waters of the Philippines cradle a marine environment of staggering richness. Sunlight pierces the turquoise depths, illuminating a kaleidoscope of corals and fish that dart and swirl in a perpetual ballet. Every inch of reef is alive, from the tiniest invertebrates to the most dazzling reef fish, all woven together in a tapestry of interdependence. The Philippines sits at the heart of the Coral Triangle, a vast expanse of ocean that stretches across Southeast Asia and is recognized as the global epicenter of marine biodiversity. Nowhere else on Earth do so many species of corals, fish, and other marine creatures coexist, making these waters a living laboratory of evolution and adaptation. At the very core of this triangle lies the Verde Island Passage, a narrow channel between the islands of Luzon and Mindoro. This passage is often called the center of marine biodiversity, a place where ocean currents converge and nutrients swirl, fueling an explosion of life that is unrivaled anywhere else in the sea. The architects of this underwater metropolis are coral polyps, tiny, soft-bodied animals related to jellyfish. Working together over centuries, these polyps secrete calcium carbonate, slowly building the intricate skeletons that form the backbone of the reef. Each polyp is a master builder, and together they create vast, living fortresses that rise from the ocean floor. These coral structures are anything but static. They twist and branch, forming labyrinths of caves, crevices, and overhangs. Within these nooks and crannies, a multitude of creatures find shelter: shy octopuses, camouflaged crustaceans, and clouds of tiny fish, each species carving out its own niche in the bustling reef community. Spanning more than 22,400 square miles, the coral reefs of the Philippines account for over 9% of the world's total reef area. These sprawling underwater cities are among the most productive and diverse ecosystems on the planet, rivaling even the richest rainforests in their abundance of life. The reefs pulse with color and activity. Soft corals sway like underwater gardens, while hard corals form the sturdy foundations of the reef. Swarms of butterfly fish, angelfish, and parrotfish flash their brilliant hues as they weave through the coral branches, each species playing a vital role in the health and balance of the ecosystem. Over 300 species of coral and more than 800 species of fish inhabit these reefs. Some, like the tiny gobies, spend their entire lives within a single coral head, while others, such as the sleek barracuda, patrol the open water above. The relationships between these creatures are intricate and delicate, with each depending on the others for food, shelter, and survival. The reefs themselves act as natural barriers, absorbing the force of waves and storms. Their complex structures dissipate energy, protecting the shorelines and the fragile habitats that lie beyond. Within the reef, countless species find refuge from predators and a place to breed, ensuring the continuation of life in these waters. Gliding through this vibrant world is the largest fish on Earth, the whale shark. With its massive spotted body and wide gaping mouth, it moves with a gentle majesty, undisturbed by the flurry of smaller creatures around it. Despite reaching lengths of up to 40 feet and weighing as much as 44,000 pounds, the whale shark is a peaceful giant. It glides slowly through the water, its enormous mouth agape, filtering the sea for plankton and tiny fish. Its presence is a testament to the abundance and health of these waters. As a filter feeder, the whale shark's feeding is a slow, methodical process. It moves with deliberate grace, drawing in thousands of gallons of water and sieving out the microscopic life that forms the base of the ocean's food web. This gentle feeding sustains the whale shark and helps maintain the balance of the ecosystem. Each whale shark is marked by a constellation of white spots and stripes, unique to every individual. These patterns are as distinctive as fingerprints, allowing scientists to identify and track these magnificent animals as they roam the open ocean. Yet this vibrant underwater world is under siege. The once thriving reefs now bear the scars of a changing climate and mounting environmental pressures. Rising sea temperatures, driven by global climate change, cause corals to expel the symbiotic algae that give them color and energy. This process, known as coral bleaching, leaves the reefs ghostly white and vulnerable to disease and death. In the Verde Island Passage, over 40% of the reefs have already suffered bleaching. Once vivid gardens of coral are now pale and lifeless, their intricate structures crumbling without the living polyps that built them. Pollution compounds these threats. Plastic debris drifts with the currents, ensnaring corals and smothering delicate polyps. Toxic chemicals leach into the water, disrupting the fragile balance of life on the reef. The Philippines, with its vast coastline and bustling waterways, is a hotspot for ocean plastic. From the smallest plankton to the largest whale shark, no creature is immune to the dangers posed by this relentless tide of waste. Despite these challenges, the reefs endure. Corals spawn in synchronized bursts, releasing clouds of eggs and sperm into the water, giving rise to new generations. Cleaner fish and shrimp tend to the corals, picking away parasites and dead tissue, helping the reef to heal and persist. The Philippine coral reefs remain a testament to the resilience and beauty of life beneath the waves, a world worth protecting for its own sake and for the future of the ocean. The Philippine seas are not just the realm of massive creatures like whale sharks and manta rays. They are also a hidden world teeming with some of the most extraordinary and minute animals on Earth. Beneath the waves, in the intricate labyrinths of coral reefs, countless tiny wonders thrive, each with its own unique adaptations and survival strategies. Among the delicate branches of certain sea fan corals, the pygmy seahorse makes its home. This minuscule marvel is so perfectly camouflaged that it is nearly invisible to the untrained eye, blending seamlessly with the coral's polyps and textures. The pygmy seahorse is a true master of disguise. Its body is adorned with tiny knobby tubercles that mimic the coral's surface, and its coloration, ranging from pale pinks to deep purples, matches the hues of the Muracella coral it inhabits. Measuring just about 0.8 inches in length, the pygmy seahorse is one of the smallest vertebrates in the ocean. Its skin is textured and colored so precisely that even predators swimming inches away may overlook it entirely. For most of its life, the pygmy seahorse remains anchored to a single coral colony, rarely venturing far from its chosen home. Its prehensile tail wraps securely around the coral branches, allowing it to sway gently with the currents, perfectly synchronized with the movement of its environment. This tiny seahorse spends its days feeding on microscopic plankton and minuscule crustaceans that drift by in the water. Its tubular snout is perfectly adapted for sucking up these tiny morsels, allowing it to thrive in a world measured in millimeters. The pygmy seahorse's existence is a delicate balance. Its survival depends entirely on the health of its coral home, and any disturbance, be it from natural events or environmental changes, can threaten its entire population. Because they are so small and live in such specialized habitats, pygmy seahorses are incredibly vulnerable. Their populations are isolated, and the destruction of a single coral colony can mean the loss of an entire community of these remarkable creatures. Coral bleaching, caused by rising sea temperatures, and destructive fishing practices pose grave threats to these tiny seahorses. When the coral dies, so too does the intricate world that supports them, highlighting the fragility of even the smallest marine lives. The loss of coral habitat is not just a tragedy for the seahorses, but for the entire ecosystem that depends on these reefs. Each tiny creature plays a vital role in the balance of life beneath the waves, and their disappearance can ripple through the food web in unseen ways. As we leave the world of the tiny and harmless, we enter the realm of the small and deadly, where beauty and danger are intertwined in the most unexpected forms. The blue-ringed octopus is a jewel of the ocean, its body adorned with iridescent rings that shimmer with an almost otherworldly glow. Despite its stunning appearance, this creature is one of the most venomous animals in the sea. In its resting state, the blue-ringed octopus is unassuming, its skin a muted brown that blends with the rocky seabed. It moves with a gentle, almost hypnotic grace, exploring crevices and searching for prey. But when threatened, this octopus undergoes a dramatic transformation. Electric blue rings pulse across its body, flashing a vivid warning to any would-be predator. The sudden appearance of these glowing rings is a clear signal. Danger is near. The blue-ringed octopus's display is both beautiful and ominous, a living warning sign in the underwater world. In this defensive posture, the octopus stands its ground, its body coiled and ready to strike. The intensity of its coloration increases, making it impossible to ignore. Despite its size, rarely larger than a golf ball, the blue-ringed octopus is a formidable predator. It hunts small crabs and shrimp, using its arms to envelop prey and deliver a swift, venomous bite. Its saliva contains a potent neurotoxin, tetrodotoxin, which is many times more powerful than cyanide. This toxin quickly immobilizes its prey, ensuring a successful hunt. The effects of the toxin are swift and devastating. Muscles become paralyzed, and even the act of breathing becomes impossible for the unfortunate victim. The blue-ringed octopus is a striking example of nature's paradox, a creature so small and beautiful, yet armed with one of the most lethal defenses in the animal kingdom. In the ocean's depths, size is no guarantee of safety, and the tiniest beings can possess the most astonishing powers, reminding us that every life, no matter how small, is a marvel of adaptation and survival. Throughout this journey, we have encountered some of the most extraordinary creatures that inhabit our world. The mighty tiger, with its powerful muscles rippling beneath a coat of fiery orange and bold black stripes, moves silently through the dense undergrowth of ancient forests. Each step is a testament to its mastery of stealth and strength, a living symbol of the wild's untamed spirit. In the golden light of dawn, a tiger pauses to rest in the tall grass, its amber eyes alert to every sound, every movement, a guardian of its domain. Beneath the waves, the tiny pygmy seahorse clings to the branches of a Gorgonian coral, its body perfectly mimicking the coral's texture and color. Barely 2 centimeters long, this delicate creature is a marvel of adaptation, blending seamlessly into its vibrant underwater world. Its tail curls tightly around the coral, swaying gently with the current, while its minuscule eyes scan for plankton drifting by. The pygmy seahorse's survival depends entirely on the health and complexity of the coral reefs it calls home. Yet, these wild kingdoms face grave threats. In the vast forests and grasslands of India and Africa, the habitats that sustain tigers, elephants, and rhinos are vanishing. Towering trees that once formed an unbroken canopy now stand isolated, surrounded by barren patches where the forest has been cleared. Grasslands, once teeming with herds of grazing animals, are fragmented by encroaching fields. The delicate balance that allows predators and prey to coexist is disrupted, and the ancient migratory paths of elephants and rhinos are blocked by new obstacles. The evidence of poaching, scattered bones, broken tusks, serves as a stark reminder of the dangers these animals face. In the Philippines, the threats are equally dire. The once vibrant coral reefs, alive with a kaleidoscope of color and movement, are now ghostly white in many places, a result of coral bleaching caused by rising ocean temperatures. The intricate structures that provide shelter for countless marine species are crumbling, leaving fish and invertebrates exposed and vulnerable. On land, hillsides stripped of their forests bleed muddy runoff into the sea, smothering the fragile corals and turning clear waters murky. Where lush forests once stood, barren landscapes now stretch to the horizon, their silence broken only by the distant call of a bird. The oceans, too, are under siege. Plastic waste drifts on the currents, forming swirling gyres that entangle marine life. Sea turtles glide through the water, their paths intersecting with translucent bags and tangled fishing lines. Fish and seabirds mistake colourful fragments for food, their bodies filling with indigestible debris. On remote beaches, the tide deposits a new layer of plastic with every wave, transforming pristine shores into graveyards of discarded waste. The impact on marine creatures is profound, disrupting feeding, breeding, and migration patterns across entire ecosystems. Despite these immense challenges, nature's resilience offers hope. In India, vast tracts of forest have been painstakingly restored, allowing the tiger's domain to expand once more. The Asiatic lion, once reduced to a handful of individuals, now prowls the forests of Gaur, its population slowly recovering as the land heals. The return of these apex predators signals the revival of entire ecosystems, as prey species flourish and the intricate web of life is rewoven. Along the coasts, mangrove forests are being replanted, their tangled roots anchoring the shoreline and providing nurseries for young fish and crustaceans. Divers carefully transplant living corals onto damaged reefs, nurturing them until they once again teem with life. In the heart of the coral triangle, new coral colonies take root, their branches sheltering a dazzling array of species, from tiny shrimp to majestic manta rays. These restored habitats become vibrant sanctuaries, pulsing with the rhythms of the sea. Every forest, every reef, and every wild creature is a vital thread in the tapestry of life. The lush canopy of a rainforest hums with the calls of birds and the rustle of unseen mammals. Coral reefs shimmer with the movement of thousands of fish, each species playing a unique role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. Elephants move through the forest, shaping the landscape as they go, dispersing seeds and creating clearings that allow new growth to flourish. These interconnected systems sustain not only the animals that live within them, but the very health of the planet itself. The beauty and complexity of these wild kingdoms are beyond measure. They are ancient, ever-changing, and irreplaceable. The forests breathe life into the air, the reefs shelter the ocean's young, and the great herds shape the land with every step. Each animal, from the smallest insect to the largest predator, is a guardian of its world, playing a part in the endless cycle of renewal and growth. The future of these treasures depends on the continued vitality of their habitats. The roar of a lion echoing across the savannah, the flash of a parrot's wings in the canopy, the swirl of a school of fish above a coral garden. These are the wonders that define our planet. Their survival is a testament to the resilience of nature and the intricate balance that sustains all life. As we reflect on the beauty and fragility of these wild kingdoms, let us remember that every living thing, every forest, and every reef is a treasure beyond compare. They are the legacy of millions of years of evolution, and their continued existence is essential for the health and harmony of our world. This is our planet's story, a story written in the stripes of a tiger, the branches of a coral, and the endless dance of life itself. Gap 3's high above the forest floor, a hidden world thrives in the rainforest canopy. This aerial kingdom, suspended in the treetops, is a bustling metropolis of life, where creatures have evolved unique adaptations to survive in a realm of perpetual twilight and constant motion. Here the sunlight filters through layers of leaves, casting dappled patterns on the moss-covered branches. The air is thick with humidity, and the scent of blooming flowers mingles with the earthy aroma of decaying leaves. The canopy is a labyrinth of interconnected branches and vines forming highways for a myriad of animals. Agile and acrobatic, the red howler monkey swings effortlessly from branch to branch, its powerful tail acting as a fifth limb. With each leap, it navigates the complex network of limbs and foliage, searching for fruits and leaves to sustain its troop. Its deep, resonant calls echo through the canopy, a territorial proclamation that can be heard for miles. Among the dense foliage, the elusive harpy eagle perches silently, a formidable predator with talons as large as a grizzly bear's claws. Its keen eyes scan the treetops for any sign of movement, ready to swoop down with deadly precision upon an unsuspecting monkey or sloth. The harpy eagle's role as the apex predator of the canopy ensures the balance of this aerial ecosystem, keeping populations in check and maintaining the intricate web of life. As the day progresses, the canopy's inhabitants continue their daily routines. The tiny, brightly coloured poison dart frog hops along the leaves, its vivid hues a warning to potential predators of its toxic skin. These frogs lay their eggs in the water-filled crevices of bromeliads high above the forest floor, ensuring their offspring are safe from the dangers below. The bromeliads themselves are miniature ecosystems, hosting a variety of insects, amphibians, and even small reptiles within their water-filled cups. In the evening, as the light begins to fade, the canopy transforms into a realm of shadows and whispers. The nocturnal creatures emerge from their hiding places, taking advantage of the cover of darkness. The kinkajou, a small nocturnal mammal with large eyes and a prehensile tail, begins its nightly foraging. It uses its keen sense of smell to locate ripe fruit, navigating the treetops with remarkable agility. Its presence is barely noticed as it moves silently through the branches, a ghost of the night. The rainforest canopy is not just a habitat for animals, but also a vital component of the ecosystem's health. The leaves and branches intercept rainfall, reducing soil erosion and regulating the forest's water cycle. The canopy's dense foliage absorbs carbon dioxide, playing a crucial role in mitigating climate change. The plants and trees that make up the canopy are a treasure trove of biodiversity, housing countless species of insects, birds and mammals, many of which are still undiscovered by science. As dawn breaks once more, the canopy awakens with a chorus of birdsong. The resplendent quetzal, with its iridescent green and red plumage, flits among the branches, searching for fruit. Its long tail feathers trail behind it like a shimmering ribbon, a symbol of beauty and grace. The canopy is alive with movement and sound, a testament to the resilience and adaptability of nature. This hidden world, high above the forest floor, is a vital part of the rainforest's tapestry. It is a place of constant change, where every creature plays a role in the delicate balance of life. The canopy is a reminder of the wonders that exist beyond our reach, a sanctuary for the wild and untamed. As we marvel at the beauty and complexity of this aerial kingdom, let us remember that every branch, every leaf, and every creature is a testament to the resilience of life on our planet. Gap 3s. This is the hidden world of the rainforest canopy, a realm of wonder and survival, high above the forest floor, where life thrives in the most extraordinary ways. Gap 3s. As the first light of dawn spreads across the African savannah, a symphony of life begins to unfold. This vast, open landscape, characterized by its rolling grasslands and scattered acacia trees, is home to some of the most fascinating and intricate animal behaviors on Earth. Here, life and death are intertwined in a delicate dance, where every creature plays a vital role in the ecosystem's harmony. Gappers. In the early morning, the savannah awakens with the soft calls of birds. The lilac-breasted roller, with its dazzling array of colours, performs aerial acrobatics, diving and twisting through the air in pursuit of insects. Its display is not only a hunt for food, but also a courtship ritual, showcasing its agility and vibrant plumage to potential mates. The roller's presence adds a splash of colour to the golden grasses, a reminder of the beauty that thrives in this harsh environment. Gap 3s. As the sun climbs higher, the temperature rises, and the savanna becomes a stage for remarkable interspecies relationships. Among the most captivating are the interactions between oxpeckers and large herbivores like giraffes and buffaloes. These small birds perch on the backs of their hosts, feeding on ticks and parasites that infest their skin. The relationship is mutually beneficial. The oxpeckers get a steady source of food, while the herbivores receive a form of pest control. This symbiotic partnership is a testament to the interconnectedness of life on the savanna. Gap 3s. In the heat of the day, the savanna's predators begin their hunt. Cheetahs, the fastest land animals, rely on their incredible speed to chase down swift antelope. Their sleek bodies and powerful legs are perfectly adapted for bursts of speed, but their hunts are strategic, requiring careful planning and precise timing. A successful chase is a rare and fleeting moment, a testament to the cheetah's prowess and the antelope's vigilance. Gap 3s. As the afternoon progresses, another fascinating behavior unfolds among the elephants. These gentle giants exhibit a complex social structure, with matriarchs leading their herds across the savanna in search of water and food. Elephants communicate through a series of low-frequency rumbles, which can travel for miles through the ground. These vocalizations help them stay connected with other herd members, even when separated by great distances. Their ability to navigate and survive in the ever-changing landscape is a remarkable feat of intelligence and memory. Gap 3s. As evening approaches, the savanna's nocturnal creatures prepare for their nightly activities. Among them are the elusive aardvarks, which emerge from their burrows to forage for ants and termites. Using their powerful claws, they dig into termite mounds, their long, sticky tongues capturing the insects with ease. Aardvarks play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem, as their burrows provide shelter for many other species. Gap 3s. Under the cover of darkness, the savanna comes alive with the sounds of crickets and the distant roars of lions. The night is a time of both danger and opportunity, where predators and prey engage in a constant struggle for survival. The savanna's nocturnal hunters, like the stealthy leopard, rely on their keen senses and camouflage to stalk their prey. Every movement is calculated, every step deliberate, as they navigate the shadows in search of a meal. Gap 3s. The savanna is more than just a landscape. It is a living, breathing tapestry of life. Each animal, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, plays a role in the intricate web of existence. The relationships and behaviors observed here are a testament to the resilience and adaptability of nature. As we witness the symphony of the savanna, let us remember the importance of preserving these wild places, where life thrives in its most raw and beautiful forms. Gap 3s. This is the symphony of the savanna, a realm of extraordinary behaviors and interconnections, where every creature contributes to the harmony of the wild. Gap 3s. Across continents and oceans, millions of animals embark on journeys that defy imagination. These are the masters of migration, creatures whose lives are defined by movement, adaptation, and the unwavering drive to survive. Their odysseys are shaped by ancient instincts, shifting climates, and the relentless rhythms of the natural world. Gap 3s. In the heart of the African plains, herds of wildebeest gather for one of nature's most spectacular migrations. Over 1 million strong, they surge across the Serengeti, driven by the promise of rain and fresh grass. Their journey spans hundreds of miles, fraught with peril at every turn. Rivers swollen by seasonal rains become deadly obstacles, teeming with lurking crocodiles. Predators like lions and hyenas wait in ambush, targeting the young and the weak. Yet the herds press on, their unity and sheer numbers their greatest defense. This migration is a testament to endurance and the perpetual cycle of life and renewal. Gap 3s. In the frigid expanse of the Arctic, caribou traverse vast tundras in one of the longest land migrations on Earth. Each year, these hardy mammals travel up to 3,000 miles, braving freezing temperatures and blinding snowstorms. Their journey is a race against time, as they seek out the brief abundance of summer grazing grounds. Along the way, they must navigate treacherous rivers and evade cunning predators like wolves and bears. The calves, born during the journey, must quickly find their footing, for the herd cannot wait. The success of the migration determines the survival of the next generation. Gap 3s. Beneath the waves, the great whales undertake epic voyages across entire oceans. Humpback whales leave the icy feeding grounds of the poles, journeying thousands of miles to tropical waters where they breed and give birth. Guided by the Earth's magnetic fields and an internal map passed down through generations, these gentle giants navigate with astonishing precision. Their songs echo through the deep, a haunting melody that connects individuals across vast distances. Each migration is a cycle of nourishment and renewal, vital for the health of both whales and the marine ecosystems they sustain. Gap 3s. In the skies, the Arctic tern holds the record for the longest migration of any animal. Each year, these small yet resilient birds travel from the Arctic Circle to the Antarctic and back, a round-trip journey of over 40,000 miles. Following the summer from pole to pole, they experience more daylight than any other creature on Earth. Their wings slice through turbulent winds and storms, crossing continents and oceans without rest. The tern's migration is a feat of endurance and navigation, a journey shaped by the changing seasons and the promise of endless daylight. Gap 3s. Migration is more than movement. It is a profound adaptation to a world of constant change. Whether by land, sea, or air, these epic journeys embody resilience, cooperation, and the unbreakable bond between species and their environment. Through migration, animals synchronize their lives with the pulse of the planet, ensuring the survival of their kind against all odds. Gap 3s. These masters of migration remind us of the extraordinary lengths to which life will go to endure. Their stories are written in the tracks on the Savannah, the trails across the tundra, the songs in the ocean, and the flight paths traced in the sky, a living testament to the wonders of adaptation and the enduring spirit of the wild. Gap 2s. As the sun slips beneath the horizon and daylight surrenders to darkness, a different world awakens, a realm hidden from the eyes of day. In the wild kingdom, nightfall is not an ending, but the beginning of a secret, bustling existence. This is the domain of the Nocturnal, where survival depends on silence, stealth, and senses finely tuned to the shadows. Gap 2s. In the dense forests of Asia, the slow loris stirs, its enormous, reflective eyes capturing every glimmer of moonlight. Moving with deliberate care, it glides along branches, searching for insects and nectar. Its toxic bite, rare among mammals, offers protection in a world where danger lurks unseen. Gap 2s. On the African savanna, the spotted hyena emerges from its den. Contrary to their reputation as scavengers, hyenas are formidable hunters under the cover of darkness. Their calls echo across the plains, a chorus that signals their dominance of the night. Packs coordinate with uncanny precision, using vocalizations and body language only they understand. Gap 2s. In the Amazon, a silent ballet unfolds as leaf-cutter ants march beneath the stars, carving glowing trails through the undergrowth. Guided by invisible pheromones, thousands work in unison, their tiny mandibles slicing through leaves with methodical determination. Above them, the eyes of a jaguar flicker, perfectly camouflaged, waiting for the right moment to strike. Gap 2s. Far from the forest floor, fruit bats soar through the warm velvet air, navigating by echolocation. Their wings beat in near silence as they pollinate flowers and disperse seeds, shaping the very landscape under the cover of darkness. Without these unseen gardeners, entire ecosystems would falter. Gap 2s. Beneath the waves, the ocean transforms as bioluminescent creatures rise from the depths. Lanternfish and comb jellies pulse with living light, creating an ethereal glow that dances in the blackness. Predators, like the deep-sea squid, use their own light shows to hunt and confuse prey, turning the night sea into a stage of dazzling displays and deadly deception. Gap twos. For every animal, the night brings unique challenges and opportunities. Some, like the owl, rely on silent flight and acute hearing to hunt mice scurrying below. Others, like the pangolin, use a keen sense of smell to seek out ants and termites protected by armor-like scales. Gap twos. The nocturnal world is a tapestry woven from sound, scent, and shadow. It is a place where adaptation reigns supreme, where life has evolved to thrive in darkness just as it does in light. Here, under the cloak of night, the wild kingdom reveals its most mysterious and mesmerizing stories, each one a testament to the ingenuity and resilience of nature. Gap twos. As dawn approaches, the creatures of the night retreat, leaving behind only footprints, faint trails, and the promise that when darkness falls again, their secret world will return. Gap twos. In the intricate tapestry of nature, some creatures hold threads so vital that their presence or absence reshapes entire worlds. These are the Keystone species' silent architects, whose influence extends far beyond their numbers. Their actions ripple through ecosystems, forging connections, maintaining balance, and sustaining the delicate harmony of life. Gap twos. In the North American forests, the beaver is a master engineer. With powerful jaws, it fells trees to build dams, transforming rushing streams into tranquil ponds. These watery havens become sanctuaries for fish, frogs, and countless insects. Waterfowl nest among the reeds while deer and moose drink from the cool edges. Where beavers thrive, biodiversity flourishes. Gap twos. Thousands of miles away on the African Savannah, the mighty elephant is a living force of change. With each step it tramples tall grass, opening new pathways for smaller grazers. Its tusks pry bark from trees, shaping the landscape and creating homes for birds, insects, and reptiles. During the dry season, elephants dig deep wells in riverbeds, offering life-saving water to all who share their realm. Gap twos. Beneath the ocean's surface, sea otters glide through kelp forests along the Pacific coast. By preying on sea urchins, they prevent these spiny grazers from devouring the kelp. Their guardianship sustains the underwater forests, which shelter fish, invertebrates, and even the occasional harbor seal. Without sea otters, the kelp vanishes, and with it, an entire ecosystem. Gap twos. Yet the web of life is not static. It is shaped by fire, flood, and storm, natural forces that test the resilience of every inhabitant. In Australia, the tiny, elusive marsupial, known as the quokka, helps regenerate forests after wildfires. Feeding on scorched plants, it disperses seeds in its droppings, planting the next generation beneath the ashes. Gap twos. Each keystone species is a guardian of balance, holding together communities with invisible strength. When they disappear, the consequences cascade. Populations shift, habitats unravel, and the orchestra of life falls out of tune. Gap twos. In the grand design of the wild, every creature plays a part, but it is the keystone species, the subtle engineers and caretakers, who ensure that nature's masterpiece endures. Their legacy is written not in stone, but in the thriving abundance of life that surrounds them, a silent promise that in protecting the few, we preserve the many.